Welcome back to MVP Auto. Today we are stepping back in time to look at a true classic that still sparks excitement among enthusiasts, the 1970 Suzuki. This isn't just a car, it's a piece of automotive history that embodies simplicity, durability, and charm. Back in 1970, Suzuki was still a relatively small player in the global market, but they were already proving that they could create vehicles that were practical, economical, and built to last. The 1970 Suzuki stood out in its era for being compact, light, and easy to maneuver. At a time when many cars were getting bigger and heavier, Suzuki took a different path. They focused on efficiency and accessibility, making a vehicle that was perfect for narrow streets, tight parking spots, and everyday use. The small footprint made it ideal for city driving while still offering enough space to comfortably carry passengers and a bit of luggage. Under the hood you would typically find a small displacement engine known for being incredibly reliable rather than overly powerful. This wasn't a car built for racing down highways at top speed. Instead, it was designed to deliver dependable performance day after day, whether you were commuting to work, making deliveries, or heading out for a weekend adventure. The 1970 Suzuki offered a smooth ride and solid fuel efficiency at a time when gas prices were starting to be a concern for drivers. The design of the 1970 Suzuki reflected the trends of the late 60s and early 70s: clean lines, minimal ornamentation, and a purposeful look. It had a boxy and upright stance that maximized interior space while keeping the overall dimensions compact. The front end often featured round headlights and a simple grille, giving it a friendly, approachable appearance. This was a car that didn't try to intimidate, it invited you in. Inside the cabin, simplicity was the theme. The dashboard layout was straightforward with easy-to-read gauges and clearly labeled controls. Comfort was basic compared to modern standards, but everything you needed was there. Durable materials ensured that the interior could handle years of use without showing too much wear. Suzuki understood that their customers wanted practicality and value above all else. One of the unique selling points of the 1970 Suzuki was its rugged dependability. In many rural areas and developing countries, this car became a trusted workhorse. It could handle rougher roads better than you might expect thanks to its lightweight construction and well-tuned suspension. Parts were affordable and easy to replace, making it a favorite among owners who liked to do their own repairs. Another factor that made the 1970 Suzuki special was its versatility. It was just as comfortable navigating busy city streets as it was traveling along country roads. Owners could load it up with groceries during the week and take it on a picnic over the weekend without worrying about breakdowns or expensive maintenance. This balance between utility and affordability helped Suzuki build a loyal following. Driving the 1970 Suzuki wasn't about luxury or high-tech features, it was about enjoying a pure mechanical connection between driver and machine. The steering was light and direct, the gear changes were satisfying, and the overall feel was honest. There was no excess, no unnecessary weight or complexity, just a simple, reliable car that did exactly what it promised. Even today, classic car enthusiasts appreciate the 1970 Suzuki for its character and charm. While it might not have the horsepower or advanced electronics of modern cars, it represents a different philosophy, one where less is more and where every drive feels authentic. Restored examples often draw attention at classic car shows, not because they are flashy but because they are rare reminders of a time when cars were built to be straightforward and dependable. In the end, the 1970 Suzuki is more than just a vintage car, it's a symbol of Suzuki's early commitment to creating vehicles that are affordable, practical, and easy to live with. For anyone who values simplicity, reliability, and a touch of nostalgia, this classic model still has plenty to offer. Whether you remember driving one in its heyday or you are just discovering it now, the 1970 Suzuki deserves its place in automotive history, and that is why it continues to be a beloved classic for collectors and drivers alike.